Hello, do you have a young child who is sneaking candy? Right now we're getting into the Halloween season, so perhaps they're sneaking Halloween candy or just treats from your home. Well, I'm Karen Locke Culp. I have a podcast. I host a podcast called We Turned Out Okay. And I have a website also called We Turned Out Okay. I'm a child development expert. I'm a parent coach. I help people deal with these situations all the time. And just yesterday, I got a question from one of the people in our Ninja Parenting community, which is the place where I help people, solve problems all the time. And this particular mom has a child who is sneaking food, specifically treats, from their kitchen. And this mom is super, super frustrated. She's actually had one of those experiences. She references at least one, and maybe you know what she's talking about, where she catches her daughter in the act, and her daughter is shoving candy into her mouth to try and finish it before her mom can take it away. And the daughter is now just 4, I believe. So was 3, while this was happening, and is now 4. And this mom is just at her wit's end. What do I do about this? She's basically, I wrote down, one of the things she said was, I don't think I should have to hide all our sweets. Like, she thinks that it's her belief that, like, you should be able to have this stuff out on the counter or have it in view, have it in the home without worrying about somebody taking it. And it just feels like a tremendous test of limits, like almost like her daughter is sort of lurking and seeing, can I do this without being caught, kind of a thing. Like, it's become more than just taking some candy from the counter. It's become a bigger deal than that. So if you feel like that's what's happening in your house, that you have a child who's not respecting the limits, who is testing them in this particular way, where what they're doing is stealing candy, being disrespectful in this way, well, hopefully this video will help. So I have 2 aspects to think about for this. And actually, I think this is a relatively easy one to solve. Sometimes problems are thornier than this because, and there are other aspects of limit setting that are tougher than this particular one. But I have two ways to think about this. One is a mindset thing, and the other is like a practical, here's what you can do about it. And so in terms of mindset, I want you to think about what happens in our minds and in our bodies when we suddenly, like, I know this happens all the time for me. So I will go into the kitchen and think about what I want for lunch. And I'll open up the fridge and I'll see pastrami and I'll see mustard and lettuce and bread and pickles. And I'll be like, oh, this is going to be a great lunch. Like, the pickles will be a nice side, like something I can alternate bites, because I'm strange like that. And I like to, there's a story about a little raccoon or something who likes to make her lunch come out even. So I'm strange, and I do that too. Anyway, so I'll think like, okay, I'll make a sandwich. I'll have some pickles on the side. Maybe I'll have a peach for dessert, since we've got the right peaches now. It's that time of year. And then I'll open up a cabinet where the bread is, for example. And in that cabinet, I will see in plain sight potato chips. And I'll be like, oh, I should really have some potato chips on the side. Like, there they are waiting for me, right? So I will get out the potato chips. Oftentimes I can rationally say, oh, no, actually, I don't have the calories today for potato chips. I will leave that for tomorrow. But the thought is there, and it's really hard to make that thought go away. It's like a little pull on our brain. So the whole time I'm eating my sandwich, I'm thinking, boy, those chips would be great. Like, the crunch of the chips would feel so good and everything like that. So I guess when this starts, like when this process starts for your child, if they're sneaking food, if they're sneaking treats particularly, at least sometime in the past, it started because they physically saw the treat and they were like, ooh, I want that. Kids have much less impulse control than we do, and it is really hard for us to control our impulses. Imagine how hard it is for a child, right? And so at some point in the past, she, in this case, in this situation, it's a she, saw those treats on the counter, and so, or wherever they are sitting in the snack cabinet or wherever they're accessible, and the mouth started salivating, and the thought was like, I'm just going to grab those and have them now. No one is watching me. I'm not going to ask. I'm just going to do it. And so she did. and she got in trouble for it. But the next time, there they were in the snack cabinet on the counter, wherever they are. And so now there's a certain kind of kid that's going to gauge, is this worth getting in trouble for? And if your child is that kind of child, she's going to say, yup, and she's going to do it. And it's the having it, like, it's that mindset. So now she knows she's going to get in trouble, but she's still going to do it because this thing right in front of her feels too good to resist. And then this NPC member specifically references like that time where she's shoving candy in her mouth before her mom can get it away, even though she knows she's in trouble. And this is in that same kind of genre, I guess, the same setting where, like, she knows she's going to get in trouble. She's already decided that's fine because she wants the candy more than the she cares about getting in trouble, getting yelled at, getting a lecture, getting whatever. And it's almost, I mean, for that kind of, when you're already in that kind of a mindset and you want that candy and you've already decided that, you don't care if somebody sees you. If they catch you, if you get caught in the act, you're going to cram as much food in as you possibly can because you're going to get in trouble anyway. Why not? And so the mindset of this is really coming around to the fact that, this member references, I don't think I should have to hide all our sweets. But in this instance, I actually think that you should consider doing that, because when they are out of sight, they are out of mind. It's like you don't even have to think about it. She doesn't have to think about it. They're not visible. They're not in her frame of reference. So, I mean, you can go to the lengths of, like, we have older kids now. They're 18 and 14. So they're not likely to, like, raid our part of the, where we keep our treats and snacks and stuff like that. And um, I think it's different for teens than it is for young children. And I guess I'm bringing that up because, like, we have now been able to relax a little bit. But when we were young, we just didn't make it an issue. It was not an issue at all when our kids were young. I mean, we would keep them somewhere besides the kitchen, even. Like, we wouldn't make the kids aware of it. And especially when you got Halloween candy coming into the house, put it, like at the top of your, linen closet or something like that, there, where they don't even do it while they're asleep. So they don't even know where the candy is located in the house. Because if you've got the kind of kid who's like, she's hidden it on me, I'm going to find it. Like, and you don't put it in a, I don't know, hidden in a wheel well for a spare tire in the garage or something like that. Like, someplace where they just will not think to look. If you have the kind of kid who's going to search, they'll find it. And then you've got the same situation. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to prevent giving a kid the opportunity to get in trouble. I think that's really the way to think about this. So it's not so much about not leaving sweets on the counter or out, invisible, as it is about, let's find every opportunity we can to give them to succeed. And here, success means not eating the candy, right? Like, not eating the sweets. So put them somewhere. So the mindset of this is, I want to give my child every opportunity for success. In this case, success means not sneaking treats, not sneaking Halloween candy, not sneaking dessert, not sneaking anything that we don't want them to, right, in terms of food. So if that is the mindset, then our only option is to put it somewhere where they won't find it, period. And then it's out of sight, out of mind. You can bring it out when it's time to have a special treat, or you can, wait till they go to bed and bring it out for yourself. That is what that's what I'm advising this Ninja parenting community member. And it's also what I'm advising you if you've got a child who's prone to doing this, especially one for whom they really like to push their boundaries. It's a gleeful moment of, like, hee hee hee, when you catch them and they're like, watch me get in trouble. You know what I mean? Some kids just have that mindset. So for this particular Ninja parenting community member, I'm recording this for the general public, but then in just a few hours, we are going to have our live members only call in NPC, and so I'm going to get more into this there. There are 2 other parts to this question that you had. And so what I'm going to do is reference those in there. So everybody else, if you're watching this and you are not yet a member of the Ninja Parenting community, well, come on in. Just click the link below this video. And it is WeTurnedOutOK.com/join NPC that's all one word. And that's how you can join the Ninja Parenting community, because then you'll be able to have access to the recording that I did of the live members only call, in which I'm going to get into a ton more detail, because there's lots more key things to know about this situation. And if you're having trouble with it, then you should come and join. I hope this has been helpful. If you got something useful out of it, please hit the like button, leave me a comment or a question in here. Share it with a friend. If you've got friends whose kids are stealing candy off of their counters, then share it with them. And be sure to click subscribe, because every week I do these videos. Every single Thursday I post a video like this, and in which I'm answering the questions that you have. And if you want that, then if you want to see these every week, then click subscribe, and then you can. All right, cheers. I will see you next week for another video like this. And in the meantime, I hope I'm giving you I'm sending you into this week or weekend with a good suggestion for how to get along with your kids and how to have good times with them instead of tough times with them. That's what I'm all about. It's like the thing I say at the beginning of every single podcast is what we try to do at We Turned Out Okay is help you change your child's behavior from bad to good, feel happy inside, and truly enjoy the time you spend with your young kids. So hopefully this video has been helpful, and you'll be able to learn more in the next one. All right, cheers. Talk to you soon. Bye.